Thank you.
If I'm being honest, I was afraid of telling you that.
Why? What did you think? What was the What was the worst case scenario in your mind that you thought would happen?
You walk away. And get upset. Because there were some situations where you would do that, and I don't like it.
Okay, I could tell in my own body I don't have the capacity to handle the situation well. That I might say something or exhibit some behaviors that I would not want to happen and I would not be proud of. So I literally have to make the call to like flight, go get myself together, go get my mind right, and then come in and address you in the way that you deserve, that any human deserves to be addressed with boundaries and respect.
Oh, Mr. Tyrone. I just gotta get freaky for you because you love the hoes.
I don't care if they don't like me. I came here to stunt. I don't care if they don't.
What's good, everybody? If you're first time viewing my content in this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Without wasting any more of your time, we're going to be displaying a beautiful, lovely scene between a son and his mother, concerning the basis on relationships and communication. And this is something that I literally dedicate my platform to. I don't want to post like toxic stuff and try and talk about modern day women. This is why, all this type of stuff, right? I specifically try to dedicate my platform to the best of my ability to give out critical and constructive information on how you can better your personal self. And apologies for these cars and trucks that are passing by. I have no control over that, so if you hear that in the mic, I sincerely apologize. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Shout out to Raising Self. Let's get into it.
Can I tell you something that you might actually find quite surprising?
Okay.
I do sometimes fear you.
Really?
Yes. I do the same with Dad.
Why?
Because you guys are scary to me.
What part of us is scary?
Well, I would have to say when you're upset at us, like when you're really, really mad. Dad gets mad at me, it's a fight situation. If you get mad at me, it's a flight situation. Does that make sense?
Because I walk away.
No, because you walk. Yes.
Who's fighting and flighting?
I'm fighting Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes we would get into an argument. Like if he's upset at me, I would try to defend myself, being defensive, which is not good. Which is something I need to work on.
Yeah.
But if it's like you, I get all like kind of sad and a little scared. Like
Why?
because like I know that this might be a little shocking, but I do actually find you sometimes scary.
Really?
Yeah.
What a part of me is scary? And I know
when your grandma instinct comes in.
Oh, when I'm fighting my grandma side, the side
Yes.
when my childhood resurfaces, because it's a lot. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I'm sorry that you're experiencing that. When it's happening, please call it out.
Okay.
Because that allows me to understand what behaviors I'm not doing a good job mitigating. I'm literally shocked. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course. I think it's about time I told you.
Whoa. Thank you.
If I'm being honest, I was afraid of telling you that.
Why? What did you think? What was the worst case scenario in your mind that you thought would happen?
You walk away. And get upset. Because there were some situations where you would do that, and I don't like it.
But do you understand? I'll tell you why there's times where I'm upset and I walk away. Because I could tell in my own body I don't have the capacity to handle the situation well. That I might say something or exhibit some behaviors that I would not want to happen and I would not be proud of. So I literally have to make the call to like flight, go get myself together, go get my mind right, and then come in and address you in the way that you deserve, that any human deserves to be addressed with boundaries and respect. Does that make sense, Nana?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that. Wow. I can't believe you told me that live. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, let me just point this out, that I love the dynamic of this communication between the mother and her son. Not very often you will see healthy communication between a black mother and his son, especially on social media. And I can attest to certain occasions concerning the basis of these type of conversations that when a son is calling his mother out on her BS, it don't usually go down the way that you would expect it, right? Typically on social media and typically even on television, you won't see a healthy form of communication between a black mother and her son. You typically see that in white family households, right? So when seeing this on social media, whenever I come across it, I have to bring it out there. I have to put it out there because this is something that we don't normalize. This is something that we're not normalizing in our communities or whatever you want to call it, communities, spaces, whatever type of term you want to use, right? This is not something that we're familiar with, where a son can have this communication on how he feels, how, there are certain red flags or cautions with the behavior of his own mother. Her mother can reflect and respond back to her son and say, this is why I respond this way. I apologize if I ever hurt you in the past or traumatized you, and I'm working on it. And whenever you see it happen again, call it out, and I will literally reshift my direction and do better. That is night and day for some of us. I don't want to say for most of us, but for a lot of us, that is night and day. Do you have a father or a mother who can reflect like this? I'm not going to call out my parents. I'm going to keep that NA, all right? It is what it is. But to have this boy, the son is blessed. He's going to go far. He's going to be successful because he has a mother who cares about him. He has a mother who can reflect upon the basis of her behaviors, who is learning in the process and, communicating with her children, her sons, concerning the basis on how to go about certain situations. He was even afraid right then and there. Do you know how many of us as children, and still today, cannot open up to our parents because of one situation? That's all it took, was one or two situations concerning the basis of how we were feeling at a certain moment, something that was personal going on in our life, asking a question, and they popping off. Where you get that from? Who taught you that? Boy, you better not be getting to know type of stuff. Well, all that type of stuff. You've taken a step back, like, okay, ain't never gonna do that again. I'll never forget. I was watching Meet the Browns, right? Sorry, mother, I love you, but it has something to do with sex education 101, right? And it was concerning the basis of Sasha, right? Sasha married to Will, and something was going on with her sensually, sexually. And I was asking a question. My mom was washing dishes. This woman popped off. This woman popped off for no reason. I didn't understand it, right? I knew right then and there in my head, okay, I'm never going to ask my mother ever about questions concerning this topic. And that's what typically happens with black children. They're not willing to open up. They're not willing, I'm not saying for all black children, right? But just the way that some of us have been raised, a good amount of us, we haven't been raised in healthy spaces to express ourselves. Most of us, we wouldn't have to go through trauma or be dysfunctional or act out of character or, become produce failure after failure or go down these dark paths of whatever the case may be, whether it's addictions, whether it's alcohol, whether it's being quick to temper, whatever the case is, creating more generational curses in your personal life just because of the basis of these type of conversations. Just because of the basis of dysfunctional behaviors with your mother and father, and then with their mothers and fathers. Like what he's talking about, like the grandma instinct. Like, this is something that happens on and on and on again. She even points it out that this happened in her childhood. The reason why she acts this way is because of something that happened in her childhood.
Oh, when I'm fighting my grandma side, the side.
Yes.
When my childhood resurfaces, because it's a lot. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I'm sorry that you're experiencing that. When it's happening, please call it out.
These are things that we have to point out, that we have to make, aware of, and find solutions to fix it, find solutions to be better, to do better, because the center core of the black race is the black family. And you have to have two functional black parents, the black man and the black woman, to raise a nation. Not just any type of black love. All black love doesn't matter. It takes a functional black man, a conscious black man, a functional and a conscious black woman to literally raise up a nation. And I love how cordial they are, articulate this boy is. I bet he got straight A's in class, right? I bet he's the smartest kid in his school. Not just in his class, in his school, because of the wonderful work that these parents are doing. And I'm gonna go through their page. I'm gonna do more reactions and talk about more of these conversations, because I love to point out healthy families out there, functional, healthy families out there that are literally showing people how you can communicate with your children, how you can have healthy communications, how you can do better as parents. They're setting an example. They setting the golden standard. They setting the pole. They are setting the goalpost for what you should do concerning raising your children, how you should be concerning being black parents, being a black mother, concerning the basis of living in the society. So let me know how you feel about this conversation, the video, in the comments below. Share this video with other people. I will have their video literally linked in the description box below, because you need to see this for yourself. Share it with other people, help them out, follow them, all that type of good stuff. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with other people, and before you go, check out these other videos. We out.